evil. And God is in evil. And God have told them to do evil. Did we also not give a prophecy about democracy suffering? The kind of thing that we are doing here in America, in the Western countries, that other countries will copy them and will give up and throw away democracy. Now they're complaining about the coup that is happening in West Africa. Their concern is not the coup. Their concern is for them to look inside, for us to look at ourselves, to see the part we played in that. And though they have committed and done the coup and removed it, it was prophesied that government will fail anyway. So, but the thing I want to tell, for example, for those in West Africa, the Lord had already said that He lets the people make decisions and choose who that's going to lead them, so that He can punish them when they don't do what He's supposed to do. If you remember the people of Israel in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 8, they told God, oh, we don't want your government anymore and your rulership. Give us a king. And what did God tell Samuel? It's not you they rejected. They have rejected me. Don't worry. Give them Saul. But tell them what Saul is going to do with them, right? God did not stop them, people of Israel, because Israel is always an example for the whole world. From their own self-determination, from their own government and their own self-government. If God did not stop them, what is a man or any government in the world to stop them? Just like what is happening in Russia and Ukraine. Self-determination. The people say they don't want to be Russia anymore. They want to be the independent, and they want to be able to do business with the West. And then Russia say, no, you're not going to do that. These are people that says to, for example, Nnamdi Kanu, oh no, you cannot get self-determination for your own people. And instead, we will supply arms to the Nigerian government to stop it. But they want to enjoy their own self-determination. These are bringing things up. I know they say you're throwing things up. I'm hearing people say, oh, they like to throw things up. Yeah, the Lord is trying to endear you, to help you to use your brain, to think about your actions before you come back and boomerang. Before He comes in as the sovereign king and ruler over all the earth to intervene and act. Is it the first time somebody have asked for self-determination? Is it the first time for you? What does it apply to you as the soldiers? You should always enjoy the freedom in Christ. The greatest freedom is the one that you have in Christ. As you can see, wherever there is Christ, there is freedom. There is liberty. Nobody is trying to infringe on you. Maybe the world has forgotten their own history. Because today, we are going to talk a lot about history. Because part of the problem is that people that have forgotten about their history make the same mistake again. And there's a saying that I always say, he that forgets his own history, his own past, will never enjoy the present. And the future, it will only be in their dreams and their visions. Have anybody asked themselves, how did Norway, if you go back to the history of Norway and Sweden, how did Norway become a country? Norway broke out of Sweden. The Norwegian people got tired of being a slave to Swedish people. With the king imposing himself and enslaving them for, I think, about 500 years. So normally around that 500 years, 400 years, things changed to happen, if you remember. Around 400 years, the Jews were delivered from the hands of Pharaoh. So it's important for us to think about things that are happening around, to look at the history. Does it mean that Russia wants to repeat what happened in the past with the USSR, waging war, and of course their role in the enslavement that took place and maintaining and being a kingmaker between the Norwegian people and the Swedish people? So it's always about alliance, about their interests, what they want. Does it matter who is at the end of it? Even in the history of the slavery today, that nobody wants to talk about, that is things that are still continuing in Africa today, with the things that are happening there. As the soldiers, always think about how your actions affect other people. Never forget to think about that. Your thoughts, your words, and your action. How does it affect other people around you? If you cannot think about that, then you are not a soldier. If you are not thinking about that in every of your thoughts, your words, and your actions, you are not a soldier. That's what a good Christian do. Soldiers of Christ always think about how their words and actions affect other people. They are very mindful of their thoughts because God judges the thought. Even if you think of it but did not carry it through, then the Lord had already judged you. Why a lot of people are panicking about what is going on in Ukraine? Meanwhile, Russia is making a lot of money. Ukraine are getting the kind of help and benefit that wouldn't have been possible if not that Russia wanted to invade them. So they are benefiting in a way. Who will say that Russia doesn't have a right to amass 1 million soldiers on their side of the borders, or engage in military exercise with another country neighbor of theirs? Until Russia invades Ukraine, then we will know for true that is not a show. And then we will, at the end, then they can calculate the cost to them. Nor should somebody go and be provoking a country like Russia either into war